In today's episode of Manabonded, Zack regrets having to change his 4th of July plans.
Nobody wants to touch a Jelly Boy, though, right? Like, come on.
Josh defends the use of items in Super Smash Bros. In the spirit of just wanting to have fun with your friends, I think it's totally okay. Nate is built different.
If I punched the light wall, I would not blow. I don't think I would blow up.
Hello everyone and welcome to Manabonded, the Magic the Gathering advice show heard round the world. My name is Josh, I'm your host, and I'm joined today by my two co-hosts, Nate and Zach. Say hey guys.
Hello, guys. Can you hear me? I'm in Antarctica.
I'm at the Revolutionary War, where the shot heard round the world happened.
Yeah, I was looking at our analytics, and it shows that we are listened to, or at least somebody has listened to us in the UK, Australia, Canada, Portugal, and then Greece.
Nice.
Greece. Oh, wow.
It could be that we are listened to by people around the world, and that we officially have a worldwide audience, small though they may be. As my wife lovingly pointed out, it could just be VPNs. So
that is also a thing it could be.
The more realistic solution is I am traveling across the world listening to our podcast.
I don't think that's possible. The chains we put in the pit are not that long.
They're not that long.
We can get an extension.
Are you telling us you escaped the pit again?
No.
Oh my gosh! All right, we'll catch him after this episode.
We'll have to check again.
It was your turn to watch him, so this is your fault.
I got distracted by the pre-release, okay?
That's what he was counting on.
It's true.
It's all according to plan. Catch me in Greece now.
Speaking of the pre-release, how'd it go for you, Nate?
Yeah, because I think I was the only one that ended up attending a pre-release.
I think so,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
I heard very bad things about the pre-release. Like, not a lot of people showed up.
Yeah, so the big event for Pro Souls is almost always the Friday night at 6, because that's the normal F&M time, and it works out great for date nights for people who want to come in, because we have a bunch of couples that come to the shop, which is super cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
And a lot of people usually come for the Friday. This time, we had 13 people.
Ooh.
So there was 13 people for that one. There was like 8 for the 10 o'clock that night. There was I think there's 11 maybe for the noon on Saturday. The two-headed giant, we had to switch to normal sealed because there was only 6 people that showed up to play. And then the draft, there was nobody aside from the people who doing VIP. So 3 people. It falls under the normal Universes Beyond of too many bombs, not enough removal.
Yeah.
Unless you get a lucky kit like I did Friday at 10, usually you have 4 pieces of removal max for your deck, and you got to try and hope that you get them at the time they get their bombs, because there's just so many things that are so oppressive in this game. Speaking of one, unbeatable Squirrel Girl. If they don't have removal for her, she is pretty unbeatable.
Brutal.
I lost one game with her out because I had to block her. I died. So that was the only time that I lost with her on the field. Every other game that I played her, I won because they didn't draw a removal spell, and she just causes insane value in a 1 to 2 color deck.
That's crazy.
Also, Cosmic Cube. That thing was absolute bananas and sealed.
Oh, I bet.
And I'm super excited to play it in Casual Commander.
Yeah, that's the one that you attack, and then it lets you get a thing into the field equal to the power of attacking or number of attacking.
The gist of it, 5 mana artifact with Ward 2, and then when you attack, you look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may cast a spell with mana value less than or equal to the greatest power among attacking creatures you control.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I got it in a Stompy deck. So I'm swinging with 4 4s and 5 5s. Go 6 deep. I'm probably going to find something that costs 4 or 5 and then cast it for free.
That is sweet.
Yeah. So I did my standard 2-1, 3-0s for pre-release events. But
Classic.
once we got to the draft, I was like, even if we had enough people, I'm like, I think I'm okay.
Right.
I do think, though, down the line, because we're going to end up with 6 different Marvel sets for all the Infinity Stones. I do think it would be really fun
Richard
to do a
Garfield,
Marvel
help us
sealed.
all.
Marvel
I
sealed.
am actually kind of excited at the end of the line to do a Marvel sealed, where you just get one pack from all 6, and you try and build a sealed deck around it. Because I like weird, wacky
That's
formats
true.
like that.
That would
That'd be
be
kinda cool.
interesting.
But yeah, that's it for me for the pre-release.
I didn't go to the pre-release. I spent the weekend traveling back up to Boise to visit with my dad, who was flying in. So that was super fun. And then I also got to, on Saturday afternoon into the evening, I got to play some CEDH with Garrett and Sugar Nate, as well as Elijah was there for a few games too. So it was really fun. So when I first sat down, Garrett and Nate were playing with a different local, and they were just kind of in this weird 3-man game. And Nate was trying out a Rowan Scion of War deck, and Garrett was playing Rogshy, I believe. And then after they finished, Elijah was there, and he was going to jump in. The other guy who had been playing with Garrett and Nate, he kind of recognized that we were a group of 4 friends, and he's like, "I'll go ahead and I'll bow out. I'll let you guys play together." And I was like, "Oh, I appreciate it, man. Like, we probably would have been okay with a 5, but I appreciate you willing to kind of step down." So when Nate looks at the deck he wants to play for our quick little for fun CEDH game, I'm like, "Don't worry about it." And I just hand him Tyam, because I've been desperately trying to get Nate to play Tyam. So I'm like, "Here's what you're going to do. You're going to play this deck." He's like, "Okay, I'll figure it out." And I borrowed Garrett's Winota list just to try it out, just to have something. I was going to borrow his Atali list, but the sleeves were splitting. And so I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'm going to hand this back before I cause more damage." Yeah. So we played our first game. It was pretty fun. And Nate ended up winning with Tyam. We kind of walked him through. I kind of helped him as we were playing, kind of showed him the loops and what to aim for, the cards to look at. And then we did another game. He stuck with Tyam. I stuck with Winota. Elijah was on Raga Draga, and Garrett played his Rogashai again, which did not do well just because it was into a pod of like mostly creature-based decks, and like just struggled.
Be a little rough.
So we ended up going to 3-man games because Elijah had to go. And so Garrett, Nate, and I keep playing, and I'm like, "Hey, can I borrow Rog Ishai? I want to see what it does. Like, I want to try it out." So Nate switches to Stella Lee, I play Rog Ishai, and Garrett switches to Kinnan. And from what I can tell, from the couple times I played Rog Ishai, look, guys, I think it's bad. I sat there, I drew a boatload of cards. Like, every game that it was in, whether it was Garrett or me, we drew a boatload of cards and went nowhere. And it's like, yeah, you can draw a boatload of cards, and you can have like really crazy removal, and you can have a lot of like efficiencies, and you know, be okay with inefficiencies and some removal, like running Commandeer or Firestorm and cards like that. But the deck overall just felt like it was really spinning its wheels to nowhere. Like, I could draw a boatload of cards, I could answer a lot of spells, but when it came to actually winning, I really struggled to put together a win. And I just felt like, why is this here? Like, why is this a deck? Like, I understand it draws a lot of cards and people see that as really powerful. And if you draw the right cards, you can get there. But it also feels bad because it's like, if you don't draw your win cons, you don't have good enough tutors to just go get them, right? Like, you have Intuition and Gifts and Given, which could probably go get you the combo, but you also have to deal with the fact that you're not in black, and so you're just naturally looking to draw a lot of those. You lose access to so many tutors and so many other things that it's just like, why are we doing this, guys? There's better
You're not
decks
even in
out there.
green for the other creature tutors.
Yeah, no, and like the tutors they run are all about either finding Rhystic, or once Rhystic is in play, trying to find Breach, and doing Breach lines. But even then, I just felt like I don't know, guys. It just felt bad the whole time.
It's very good at not losing, but it's not
Yeah.
very good at winning.
Exactly. Exactly.
I don't know if that sounds like a deck for me. I do like drawing lots of cards.
Oh,
but,
yeah, no, that part was awesome. I had like 13 cards in hand twice.
nice. That always feels great.
Oh, it was fantastic, but it doesn't win. Like,
Yeah.
maybe it does. Maybe I'm just bad with it. I'll have to check the conversion rate here, but it just doesn't feel good, you know?
True that.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Let me check that.
Definitely more of a tournament deck, I think, than a casual CDH deck.
For sure. I think it's a TEDH deck, right? Tournaments EDH rather than just random
Than
CEDH.
just CDH.
Yeah. So Raga Shy on EDH Top 16 has officially broken into the top 10. Top like 5 are still the same, right? Blue Farm Kinnan, Rograk Thrasios, Rograk Silas Ren, Sisay. And then the next 5 are Atali, Timna Thrasios, Ral, Dargo, and Ishai Rograk. So it's like in the top 10 now. And it's holding a 20% conversion rate, which, to put that in perspective, I guess, let's see here. Blue Farm's got a 23. Rog Thras is also at a 20. Rog Size at a 21. So it's like actually, has a decent conversion rate, but it's no better than just running Rograk Thrasios, which to me is just so much better and stronger than Rog Eshai.
That's fair. Smothering Tide is a good card, though.
It is a super good card.
It's a very good card.
And if you have 2 of them, then you can fairy
Especially
match them.
when everybody says, yeah, you can draw a card. So
Yep.
I don't see the appeal of Rog Eshai. I've played it now. I don't get it. I do not get it.
You are a dirty tie-in player, so maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe
And
that has to do with
the good side was Nate was enjoying Tyam there as he played him, so he was starting to get the hang of it. And I was like, look, man, Tyam itself is like less than $1 of a card. You can proxy it for free, obviously, but he was having fun with it, and he was like, I see the appeal. I'm kind of liking this, and I'm like, I told you would. So I may convert another to Tyam. We will see.
Another one joins the ranks.
Somebody's got to replace me when I move over to playing Rao.
R.I.P. Rao. That deck is so good.
Right.
So good. Yeah. And Akaja was like, I'm just going to go, and I might get screwed by the flip, but not screwed enough to make it not happen.
Yep. All right. So we are a advice show, and this week we're actually going to give some advice. We've had a bit of a weird couple weeks lately, but we promise we're back on the horse. We are going to answer some questions, give some advice here. We've got 3 really good situations here that I think our collective 3 cents is going to do a lot for. So, you guys ready to get into it?
Yeah, in just a second. Hey, Zach, do you got a penny I can borrow? I don't think I have any.
There you go.
Oh, gross. It's
thanks.
one of the ones he ate.
That's fine. I'll wash it off real
There's
quick.
not a lot of food in the dungeon. What do you want from me?
Why are we leaving pennies in the dungeon?
He
Because
said he
they're not
likes
real
the
currency
taste.
anymore. They're not real currency anymore.
He said he likes the taste, and I felt bad.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Yeah.
So our first question comes from the MTG subreddit from username Kile Fidakin. So this user asks, do you ever throw your commander game? They said, hey everyone, I'm hitting a bit of a psychological wall with my local playgroup lately and wanted to see if anyone else ever intentionally takes a dive for the sake of the table's vibe. Here's the situation. Last night, I brought out a deck that has just been firing on all cylinders lately. I'm talking about perfect mana curves, early value engines, and answers for everything. By turn 5, my board state is absolutely popping off, and it's pretty clear to everyone that I'm holding all the cards, literally and figuratively. The thing is, I'm not playing against budget precons or anything. The other guys at the table have solid, well-constructed, decent high-power decks. On paper, it should be a balanced, hard-fought match. But tonight, they just weren't playing well. Missing optimal sequencing, holding back interaction at the wrong moments, or just misreading threat assessment on the board. On top of that, I had already won the last 3 games in a row. I looked around the table and could just see the energy draining out of the room. Nobody wants to sit through a grueling, drawn-out 40-minute execution when they're already frustrated with their own misplays. So, I threw the game. I had the winning line ready to go, but instead I purposefully made a suboptimal play, left myself completely exposed to a swing from the next player, and let someone else take the crown. I played it off like a genuine misplay, but internally, I just wanted the table to have a good time and reset the mood for the next round. Does anyone else do this when your deck is performing too well, or do you always play to the absolute best of your ability and let the chips fall where they may? Are accidental pub stomps worth throwing a game over to save the pod's morale? This is interesting.
Interesting.
And this is something that I think everyone has thought about. I'll go ahead and say I think everyone's thought about doing this. I'm willing to bet at least 70% of players have done this, but would never admit it to the pod they just played with.
Yeah, yeah. Like honestly, personally, I've done this absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm playing with like newer players that haven't
Mhm.
really played Magic or are still new to Magic, and there's no like stakes or anything within the game.
Yeah.
Then I want them to have the opportunity to have a good time and like to have that pop off moment, because I think that's what really addicts us to the game, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like, and I've
Right.
already felt that. I'm already addicted to this cardboard crack. And so like if I can give that opportunity to another person in a low stakes game where like there's no real benefit to winning, like yes, I'm going to try to create that scenario, especially if they're learning how to play Magic and they don't know what they're doing as well. Then yeah, absolutely. But then
Yeah.
once
kid.
they want to start getting better at Magic, then I will be a little bit more professional and
Yeah.
like let them make mistakes so that they can learn and become better players.
Right.
But when they're first starting out, 100%, like let them have their moments, you know?
Absolutely.
Yep.
I was playing a game with my cousin and my sister at our family Father's Day party. No matter what, whenever I go hang out with that side of the family, a couple of them are always like, "Hey, can we play Magic with you?" Because I guess I'm like the cool older cousin who has a lot of cool Magic cards. Um, And one of my cousins, she came up to me and she's like, "Hey, yeah, my dad bought like a bunch of Avatar stuff, so I built an Avatar Commander deck. I want to show off." And I'm
Hell
like, "All
yeah.
right, cool." She had built the double ally trigger Katara, and I was like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's sweet." And then my sister
Oh,
pulled
very
out
nice.
her Aragorn and Arwen Wed deck, and then I was like, "You know what? This is probably one of the wackier decks I have on me right now, and I'm pretty sure I've powered this down enough. It should be okay." And I brought out my Storm Force of Nature deck that I've converted over to a Slime Against Humanity deck. And I was like, it'll be fine, right? It's like super low power. I immediately started having to hold back because apparently I forgot to cut a couple cards that are probably way more powerful than I wanted that deck to be, like Expropriate. Um, and
Ah.
I also opened the game with a land Soul Ring Signet, and I was like, okay, so we're just gonna make a bunch of suboptimal plays from here on out to make sure this is actually fun. I ended up discarding. Oh, like what I had a Aetherflux Reservoir in my hand. I had a Offer You Can't Refuse, and a Slime Against Humanity. And I was like, check this out, guys. I cast Aetherflux Reservoir, countered my own Aetherflux Reservoir to get me 2 treasures, attacked with Storm, and then cast Slime Against Humanity, which was my first one. So I just made 3 slimes. And I'm just like, that's the kind of gameplay I'm here to do, is countering my own spells so I can get more slimes. It's something that we all feel when we're winning and it's been multiple wins or it's just been a really hard game or a hard night for a player, and them losing is just going to make the vibes just worse, and you just don't want that, right? You just want to keep having fun with your friends. And I think
Yeah.
in the spirit of just wanting to have fun with your friends, I think it's totally okay to just quietly tap your lands wrong or swing one too many creatures and attack with one too many creatures to get some damage in and open yourself
Choose
up.
not to counter that spell.
Yeah, like your commander's
Yeah.
getting targeted or removed or a board wipe is happening and you have a counterspell in hand and you elect not to use it. Like, I think that's
Or
totally fair.
or you elect to use it to, stop the board wipe from happening for the 4th time this game.
Or,
So
yeah,
somebody else can go on to win with their massive board state of dinosaurs or dragons or
yeah,
whatever other massive stompy creatures they've got. Yeah, because I for sure I don't know if I've really gone about too much of throwing the game to make it so I don't win, because for me, I've talked about it a lot. I don't really care about winning as long as I get to do a cool thing. I definitely have win cons, but I would rather do a fun board state, a fun interaction. I definitely have not interacted with a particular player's win attempt, even if I could. Like, I've had games where I've got counter spells and removal spells in my hand, and I'm like, okay, a player that I know who's kind of try hard is going next, and they're probably going to win if this person doesn't win, and this person's new. So I'm going to, not interact with them, so that way they could potentially get the win instead of just handing the win over to the next guy. I will king make for the newer player.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's to Zach's point, right? Create that big cool moment for them that they're going to remember and want to keep playing for. The moments that really only Commander can create.
For sure.
There are some times where you can get really cool plays for other things, but they often aren't as flashy or as stories for later most of the time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Outside
and
of
you
Commander.
have 2 other people to witness you in a Commander game versus only 1 other person in a normal game.
Yeah. Witness me!
Witness me! And they start spray painting your mouth.
Yep. That's how you play.
And then you start buying collector booster packs and you go crazy.
And then you slowly realize that buying singles is the far better way to go.
Yep.
Yep. Buy singles.
Buy singles, people. Don't chase a card. Just buy singles.
It's okay to crack packs for fun. Don't crack packs to find what you want.
Yeah. If you just want to pick up a pack at Walmart and you're like, oh, I will specifically pick this pack because there's a chance I get this one. If it's just for fun, that's fine. But don't buy 3 boxes of Avatar because you really want a Badger Mole Cup. Just buy a Badger Mole Cup, dude.
That is fair. Yeah. Don't chase cards, chase me. And I'll dip myself in jelly so it's harder for you to catch me. It'll be fun.
Ew, what kind of jelly though?
I think, wouldn't that make it easier?
Dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice.
What do you mean easier?
Jelly? It's sticky.
Yeah.
Not if there's a lot
Nobody
of
wants
it.
to touch it. Nobody wants to touch a jelly boy though, right? Like, come on.
And if I'm trying to catch you.
Yeah, but I'm covered in jelly. Do you want to catch me?
I'll tell you what though, I'm not letting
particularly.
I'm not letting my pets anywhere near you because depending on the jelly, that's just gonna straight up kill them.
That's fair. Yeah. Don't let pets eat jelly.
Do you ever have that feeling trying to make a peanut butter and grape jelly sandwich and you've got like pets in the room and you just have that realization that, wow, if I drop my knife and they lick it, they're not going to have a good day.
Not good.
I'm fine because I don't like grape jelly.
Not everyone's
I'm a strawberry or raspberry kind of guy.
Big Jelly doesn't want you to know this one trick.
I could never get behind strawberry or raspberry. I just like classic PB grape jelly. I straight
do the squeeze bottle jellies.
No. Smuckers
No.
die.
I am whatever Costco's got.
Whatever
I'm gonna buy in bulk
fair.
because I'll use that jelly on toast, on sandwiches, on crepes, on other stuff too. We'll make homemade ice cream, and sometimes I'll just mix some jelly into like a vanilla ice cream to get fruit ice cream.
Did I ever tell you guys about the worst jelly I ever ate? It was
I don't think so.
When I was living out in St. Louis, I was over at this family's house, and they were like, well, we're so glad you could come and have dinner with us, and we have a tradition at our house. We have 2 rules. The first rule is we don't do leftovers. Everything on the table either gets eaten or thrown away, and we rarely throw anything away. And I'm like, cool, it's taco night. I can do that, right? I can put away some tacos. And then
doable.
For the second rule, we want you to try this and tell us what you think. And they handed me a Ritz cracker with some red jelly from a small jar and some cream cheese. And I'm like, okay, so they just want me to taste their like strawberry jelly or whatever. I'm not the biggest fan of strawberry, but I'll be polite and I'll try it. So I popped the whole cracker in my mouth. Ladies, gentlemen, and everybody in between, that was not strawberry jelly. Come to find out, this family grows their own peppers, and this jelly was Carolina Reaper jelly that they grew at home.
Heck yeah.
So that lit my mouth on fire. That was absolutely crazy. I don't know if dinner tasted good, or for that matter, I don't know if breakfast the next day tasted good.
R.I.P. the tacos.
Yeah.
Right.
But
I do have a gripe with that. I don't think anyone should ever offer something that's spicy to someone who's not aware that it's going to be spicy.
I think they were hoping that the cream cheese would do more than it would, but I am a white boy, and any level of spicy, like, growing up, hot Cheetos, absolutely a nightmare. Would not touch it. I'm trying to
Orange
think.
chicken, a little too spicy for you.
I don't even like orange chicken, so I wouldn't know. Um, no,
Pepper?
so many things, just like red pepper
Just
flakes and
pepper?
stuff, and I'm just like, that's an uncomfortable level of spicy. Spicy nacho Doritos, all those sorts of things. I just didn't like them because it was just an uncomfortable level of spicy to me. But for about a year and a half after that incident, I didn't taste spice at all. Hot
Yeah.
Cheetos just tasted like Cheetos. It was great.
If you wanna get accustomed to spice, eat some really, really spicy stuff. And then after that, you have like a tolerance built up. You're like, okay, I know what spice tastes like. And then you're like, all right, I can deal with
Yeah.
this mild spice now
Yeah,
just fine.
I've gotten better for sure in the years as I've gotten older, but I still am not the biggest fan of spicy for spicy's sake. Where somebody will make a
Yeah,
hot
no, that's
sauce or a
fair.
salsa where the whole point is just to be hot. That doesn't taste good. I want to taste flavors.
Very understandable.
Anyway, after that minor food derailment, as we are often doing around here.
Apt to do.
Hi, I'm Nicol Bolas. You might know me from my several attempts to conquer the multiverse and restore my pre-mending power. Well, after what felt like a millennia inside of the meditation realm, I've had a change of heart and decided that the only life that matters is the simple one. And that's why I invented Nicol Bolas's Bowl-less soups. Each soup packet has a delicious soup inside with a pre-packaged spoon to help drink these lovely concoctions. Nicol Bolas's bowl-less soups come in a variety of flavors such as Alaran wild rice and tomato, almond kiddush lentil and fresh herbs, and Ravnican mystery stew. No matter what flavor you pick, I know you'll be satiated by what these soups bring to the table. If not, please contact your local manufacturer for a refund and complimentary Planeswalker token. Planeswalker tokens can be redeemed for several different prices at BolasCon. Collect enough tokens and you can even meet me, Nicol Bolas, creator of Nicol Bolas's Bowl-less soups.
Let's head over to the second question we have. I had to chuckle a little bit because I didn't read this guy's username until just now, and it's so good, guys. So from the r/EDH subreddit, this comes from username Where'd My Van Go? But it's spelled like the artist.
Nice.
So that's hilarious. You get a gold star for your username right there. I love it so
Now
much.
we need somebody to do a Starry Night with a van in the art. That'd be
That'd
great for
so
this.
good.
I thought you were just gonna say
Yeah.
get a
That'd be
white van
so
and
good.
paint Starry Night on the side, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's out there.
That's also
it's
doable.
absolutely out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Okay. So Where'd My Van Go? Posted this on the r/EDH subreddit, and the title is Game Store Price Checked Cards from 25-cent bulk box and changed the prices on the spot. So the post
Wow.
says, there's a newer game store in my area that I decided to check out to find cards for my commander decks. But after the interaction I had with them, I'm not wanting to go back. I don't know if I'm the one with the wrong understanding, so I wanted to share here to hear what you all thought. I went in asking to see their bulk box of older cards. I was handed a 3-row box filled with cards and told each card was 25 cents. I get excited when given the opportunity to look through bulk because finding hidden gems is a blast. I pulled out some cards that caught my eye. Magnetic Theft, 3 copies of Strike It Rich, Retrofoil Talismans from Modern Horizons, Charade of Numbing Depths, 2 copies of Dragon's Rage Channeler, and Twin Silk Spider. I was excited to get these for a quarter each, and I could use all of them for each of my decks. Side note for the listeners, we won't necessarily go over what all of these cards do. Just know that all of these cards are not a quarter a piece. Many of them
They are
are
not
worth
bulk.
several dollars or up to $10 for some. So,
But none of them are like extreme amounts of money. by
yeah,
any means.
exactly.
Like,
So,
it's really not that expensive.
yeah. So, back to the story. He says, I take them to the counter and let them know I'm ready to pay. The staff member grabs my cards and says, we need to price check these. The cards in the boxes aren't actually just bulk, and we want to make sure people aren't trying to leave with $5 cards. At this point, I was confused. He used a certain app to scan the cards and asked if I was ready to hear the prices. I said yes. $18 for Magnetic Theft, $11 for each copy of Strike It Rich, and $5 for each talisman. I told him the price of the talisman sounded accurate, but the Magnetic Theft and Strike It Rich copies should not be that much. He showed me what the app he used to praise them at. I mentioned that if they were foil, the prices would make sense, but they weren't. He then said if I could find listings online that aren't TCG Player, they would honor those prices. You guys don't use TCG Player? I asked. No, too many discrepancies and issues with them. I pulled up Mana Pool and showed Magnetic Theft was $3. He looked at his phone confused and, after some haggling, said he could do $3. I then showed Strike It Rich at $1 to $2. He looked at his phone and said, I don't know why it's doing that. I can do $1 for each then. I told him I didn't want the talismans, but still wanted the Charade and Twin Silk Spider. Those cards should have cost around 20 cents, but he said he'd do $1 for them. In hindsight, I should have said no, but I'm not very confrontational and I was ready to get out of there after all the haggling, so I bit the bullet and got them. I left pretty upset. I felt like I was just used to find the valuable cards in the bulk box so they could price check them without telling me. I was told 25 cents, and then after I got the cards and showed them, I was told, but I get not wanting to sell pricier cards for cheap, but I feel like they should have checked their own inventory before offering them up for $0.25 each. I wouldn't have been upset if they'd said they'd price each one before my search, but no. I'm also upset that they rounded up the 20-cent cards to a whole dollar. They also had binders of cards with price stickers on them. Cheap cards under 50 cents like Young Wolf were being sold for $1. Cards around $1.20 were inflated to $2. Overall, I feel like I was lied to and that they're just looking to get more money out of people. Yes, my goal was to find hidden treasure for cheap based on what I was told, but am I in the wrong for this? Is this my understanding of how bulk boxes should work skewed? Wow.
That's crazy.
This is
I could
nuts.
This is
see
absolutely
it.
insane.
Yeah, if they are a newer shop, I could see them going, this is our bulk box with the caveat of we haven't gone through it completely yet. So we will have to price check things after you're done to verify prices. If they'd said that from the front, I don't think there would have really been an issue. But the fact that, like, yep, 25 cents per card, here you go.
Yeah.
Should be 25 cents per card.
Like the store employee handed them the box saying this is their 25-cent bulk box. And then when they pulled out the cards and took them to the front, that same employee said, oh, they're not actually 25 cents. I need to price check all of these. Like, what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I don't know the
crazy.
legal definition of false advertising, but that kind of feels close, doesn't it?
That sure sounds like it.
Like the whole point of a bulk box is to be bulk, and if there is a hidden gem in there, it should go to the person searching through the bulk box, spending all that time looking through it.
Right.
Like it's really realistically, like you should be wanting people to find small little hidden gems because then they're gonna keep coming back to check it. Like it's better long term for you to just say, hey, I'm gonna take a loss of like $5-6 on this card specifically to make them feel good about finding a little hidden gem that they'll come back again to recheck the bulk box, hoping to do it again.
Yeah. And like
You're losing more money in the long term. Like, come on.
I can
Right.
I can understand, like Nate said, if they just had this bulk box and they said, hey, most of these cards will go for 25 cents, but we haven't really searched through this much right now. And so if you find cards that I know are more than 25 cents to a good degree, I may charge you the full price for that card. And even then, I feel like that's still a fair deal. You know, telling people that, like, hey, we reserve the right to reprice the cards as we see fit. The problem is that wasn't the deal when he picked up the cards. That wasn't the deal when he was handed the box. When he was handed the box, he was told every card in the box was 25 cents. And then they weren't.
Or even like if somebody finds a valuable card, be like, okay, yeah, if you find a valuable card, we'll still drop the price off of like whatever TCG Player or Mana Box or whatever it is they used to
Right.
price it by like a couple bucks or like $1 or $2. Like so that you still get a deal on it, but like it's still making more money for the shop. Like I could see that being a reasonable way to go about it too.
Yeah.
I think if I was in this guy's position, I would have just been like, cool, that's not what you told me when I went to search through these cards. And I'm no longer interested in these cards and just leave them on the counter and walk out.
Yeah.
Because
Or I'd like to speak to a manager, please. Thank you. And if they
Yeah.
are the manager, then absolutely just leave the cards and be like, cool, thanks, bye.
Yeah.
Yep. Because if they're all doing that and then the other price things, it's like, unless it's the only option I got to come play cards, I'm not gonna do stuff there. And if it is the only place I can go play cards, I'm not buying singles.
Yeah.
I'll play for events and that's it. I'll use TCG Player or other things to get my cards.
Yeah.
Which
I
sucks
would
because
tell everybody I know about that
Yeah.
scenario, and they will also probably not want to go to that shop.
Yeah.
which sucks because I am a big proponent of helping your local game store and
Yeah,
supporting your local game
100%.
store.
Yeah.
That's why I spend so much money on this gosh darn card game, is because I'm
Supporting
doubling
the
up on
local
helping
economy.
my local game store.
Yeah. I think that there's a caveat to support your local game store, and that is if they're a good store. This is not
Yeah.
a move that a good store does. We hear a lot of horror stories of how people are treated at certain game stores, right? Back in the day, I heard a story of a player who, during Innistrad Friday Night Magic, like standard night, right? He had brought his deck, but it was in like clear plastic, like penny sleeves, cheap sleeves that you could see both the front and back of the card on. And this set had a lot of double-faced cards. So he was using the insert cards from the booster packs that you can like check a box to declare what the card is, and then it has a normal magic back. So you can sleeve it like with a penny sleeve or unsleeve it, and it doesn't look any different than any other card in there. So this player goes to this event with some of those cards in his deck, and when he plays one, he gets a judge call. The judge calls him out for using proxied cards and disqualifies him from the tournament and bans him from the store.
Excuse me?
Backed up by the
What?
store owner and employees, they said, that is a proxied card. You need to leave. We have a very heavy-handed
That
approach
is
to proxy avoidance here. And they straight up banned him.
That is I am reporting your store to Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah.
That you are banning people for the things Wizards of the Coast specifically provided you to do instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like
speed dial to Wizard of the Coast right now. Just
yeah. No, there is official rules that say certain cards can be proxied and it is legal. If a card is damaged in the process of the tournament, such as between rounds, a judge can issue a proxy. They can literally just doodle on a basic land, and that is a legal proxy for you to use for the rest of the day. If, like, an opponent is scooting back their chair and crumples one of your lands or crumples an expensive card, they can issue you a proxy to continue using. The other way you can use proxies is the ones that Wizards of the Coast puts in the dang booster pack. Those are allowed to be proxied. Like, you're allowed to use them. So, yeah, support your local game store when they're a good local game store. Don't support the crappy ones, please.
If they suck, screw them.
Yeah. If they're bad, if they're making these, like, anti-consumer practices, like lying about the price of the cards in a bulk bin and trying to haggle at, like, a 600% markup on some of these cards, just leave them, man. Either they'll fix their ways or they'll go out of business. Either way, you win.
Yeah.
Don't support bad business
crazy.
owners.
Crazy.
It's just not worth it in the long run, guys. I think the sad part is he found these cool cards that he really wanted and was excited to find. And because the store was a jerk about, oh, we're not actually going to give you these for 25 cents a piece, he ended up not getting some kind of cool cards. The retrofoil talismans are awesome. I'm really sad he didn't end up with those.
Yeah.
Let's move on to our third and final question here, and this is our discussion piece for the day, we'll say. So this is a post on the, once again, the r/MTG subreddit by username Pale Mango. I don't think mangoes are supposed to be typically pale, so I will be a little concerned.
Probably not ripe yet.
Yeah, it's probably not ripe. You probably need to leave it on the vine a little bit.
As the one who has all the hot, spicy food takes, I don't know how you don't know about mangoes, Mr. Joshua.
I like mango flavored things.
That's fair. That's fair.
So this post was titled "Why Final Fantasy Felt Like Magic, but Marvel Doesn't," an MTG Goldfish article discussion. And so I'll go ahead and just summarize here and tell you that what this guy basically goes over a article written by Saffron Olive, who is a Magic content creator and journalist for MTG Goldfish. He writes this piece that causes about the interesting phenomenon that Marvel sets cause with that uncanny feeling and other universes beyond sets aren't causing. And he says it's not because of New York. He says, here's a summary of what the article is claiming. Magic is at its best when it gives a players a world. It gives players a place to explore, a faction to join, a story to participate in, a fantasy to inhabit. Final Fantasy understood this. So did Lord of the Rings, Ravnica, Zendikar, Innistrad. The best Magic sets. I've always understood this. Marvel, on the other hand, is built around its heroes. The world exists to make Spider-Man exist. The world exists to support Iron Man, to support Wolverine. And when you translate that into Magic, you end up with a set full of characters. The article makes a lot of really great points. I would highly recommend you read it, and I will absolutely link it in the show notes. But I wanted to talk to you guys about this, where this difference between world building and character building and kind of how that shapes how we view these universes beyond crossovers and why we feel good about some versus others.
I think that puts it into like a way of words that I couldn't get like for myself to like, figure out, but he explained it perfectly of like the world comes first before the characters.
Yeah.
And I think that makes such a huge difference in it, whether a set does well or feels like Magic. Like Avatar, you could go into Avatar not knowing anything about Avatar, but you can still get a sense of the world that they live in through the mechanics of the cards, through the art of the cards. While what he was saying with like Saffron was saying about the Marvel set is like you care more about the characters before the world. It's just normal everyday world stuff, but it's like these characters exist in it.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but it's not as immersive or adding to the story of like how I connect with these cards or these characters.
Yeah, I think that's such a good point.
The Marvel sets and TMNT feel a lot more like the checklist sets. Like, do we got Iron Man for the Commander, the Jumpstart, and the normal set? Do we got this character, that character? And it's just a checkbox. Like with their announcement at MagicCon Vegas, where they're like, we've got a vision and a vision and a vision and a vision,
another vision
and a vision and a vision, and then we got real life vision right here.
Yeah.
Wow. And then they do that with Spider-Man. We got Spider-Man. We got another Spider-Man. We got Spider-Man 2. And then Spider-Man 4.
Yeah, it feels to me like there was a lot of jokes in towards the end of War of the Spark, and they popped up again in the Aftermath set, where it felt like we keep getting a boatload of Niv Mizzet cards. Like, we got a Niv Mizzet in original Ravnica, and then one in Return to Ravnica, and we're like, all right, sure. And then one in Return to Ravnica, and then we're like, hey, now what's going on? And then we got another Niv Mizzet, like 2 sets later, and then now we're up to 7 individual Niv Mizzets, which is, like, wild. But you want to know how many cards there are for Spider-Man now?
Do Iron
Way
Man.
too many.
Iron Man's a good comparison.
At least 25.
Spider-Man has 2 sets. Spider-Man had 2 sets. That's not fair.
All right,
okay?
yeah. Let's just check Iron Man.
Do Iron Man. Yeah. Iron Man, I think, has like 7 or 8 cards.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7 if you only count because we had the reprint of the Secret Lair one. But there is still
in one single set
8 different
more
Iron Mans
than Niv Mizzet cards ever across Magic's history.
That's
now
crazy.
To be the devil's advocate, that is across 3 different things and a reprint for a Secret Lair.
Yeah, but there's even 7 Black Widows. There's 7 different Black Widows, guys. Who does this?
Yeah, I'm completely there with you.
For a reason.
I'm just sitting here like, why are we getting so many of the same character in these?
Yeah.
Like, at least with the Ninja Turtles, it made a little bit more sense because you didn't have as many characters to choose from with
Yeah.
doing Ninja Turtles. But
Yeah.
the only reason we have 15 Iron Mans is because they got to stretch it out to 6 Marvel sets in order to make all the Infinity Stones and try and milk the player base for all they're worth.
Yeah. It just, I think it's such a good insight by Saffron Olive, putting it into words, where the world of Marvel is bigger than the world of Avatar: The Last Airbender. I don't think that's debatable. I truly, the
Yeah.
world of Marvel goes back.
Yeah.
Literally, probably we're coming close to like a century's worth of Marvel existing, right? And Avatar: The Last Airbender only existed in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
It is objectively, Marvel is objectively a bigger fantasy world than Avatar: The Last Airbender. However, because the focus of Avatar: The Last Airbender was on more than just the characters, it was, yes, here's those characters you know and love, but also a a labor of love to create mechanics around each of the bending and the lesson theme that we put into this set, and all these cards that show all these fantastic scenes from the show. There was so much more love built into the world of Avatar: The Last Airbender that it will be a better selling set still, for sure. Like, I stand by, I will make the call now, and I will stand by. I think Avatar: The Last Airbender will be the best selling set of last year, just like bar none, and all these universes beyond this year won't even come close. I think the only one that's going to come close is The Hobbit. And I'm excited for The Hobbit. I want The Hobbit to do well because I think it's a wonderful IP. But yeah, the world of Marvel is, when they did this set, they had to just focus on characters because that's how people know Marvel. People don't know scenes from Marvel shows. They don't know scenes from Marvel comics that well, unless you're like a diehard comic fan, which I've heard a lot of diehard comic fans say that this was a great set for them, that they loved all these things. But for the rest of us, we can't get into the world with this set because we're not shown the world. We're shown the heroes. We're shown the characters. And we're shown their equipment. We're never shown the actual world.
Yeah. Where these sets shine is in big box stores. Spider-Man did absolute gangbusters numbers at Walmart and Target and Best Buy because people that know Spider-Man and Marvel Comics saw that there was Spider-Man cards at the store, and they're like, I like Spider-Man, and a lot of people talk about Magic, so I'll buy some packs and we'll see, we'll take a look. And they might have started playing Magic.
I'll be like, my kid likes Magic and he likes Spider-Man. Yeah. Why would I get them this pack for real quick? I'll bring it home to him.
Exactly.
And that's an okay way to do it, for sure.
What's the design space, like, thought process of like top down versus bottom up or something like that, where it's like mechanic wise, like depending on like when they're designing a set for Wizards of the Coast, it's like they either start with a world and then build the mechanics after, or they build the mechanics and then build the world after.
Yes,
I think is what it is.
That is what it is.
Top down is, I'm pretty sure, mechanics to worlds. Bottom up is world to mechanics.
No, I think it's the other way. Top down is like, because you want to focus on the name of the card, right? So your top down is flavor. So a top down set would be like Innistrad or Theros or Ravnica, a world that they started with the world. Well, actually, I don't think they did that with Ravnica, but with like Innistrad and Theros, they started with a concept of a world, a gothic horror plane, a Roman/Greek mythology inspired world, right? That's what they decided to build around. And they found mechanics and themes and cards that fit in that world. Meanwhile, bottom up planes are built by taking a concept mechanically and fitting a world on top of that mechanic. Khans of Tarkir, that block back in 2014, 2015, that was actually a bottom up set. They wanted to build it. Back in the day, they did 3 set blocks, right? You would have 3 different sets that were all connected to each other in story and even in draft. When you would do your draft nights, you would pick one from each of the 3 sets, right? The way that Cons of Tarkir block was meant to be drafted was that you had a middle set that was drafted with either the first set or the third set, not 1, 2, and 3. And that's kind of where the world of Cons of Tarkir came from, where it was, we start with the cons, we go back in time, and then we're back to the present, but now the present has changed. So that Back to the Past set could now play with the previous version of events or the current version of events. But yeah, I think that a lot of these Universes Beyond sets have to be built top down, but I think they do a better job with certain properties where they can actually feel like they've expanded the world and they can actually do a little bit of world building versus just
or highlighted what makes it special.
Exactly. What makes this
the characters themselves?
Yeah, what makes this universe special? What makes it feel like magic? Like, they've even done this with some of the past Commander Precon specific sets, comparing the Warhammer 40k sets to the Doctor Who sets. Doctor Who, I liked those decks. I'm a fan of some of the Doctor Who seasons. I think they're a fun show to watch when you don't want to think about it too hard. But the decks just felt like the same way that I feel about the Marvel and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's just characters and moments. Characters and like iconic parts, but there wasn't anything about the world of Doctor Who, which, to be fair, the world of Doctor Who is a mess and not really cohesive and involving any sort of investigation whatsoever.
Yeah. It's a massive timey-wimey stuff.
Wibbly wobbly stuff, exactly.
Yeah.
But the Warhammer 40k decks, on the other hand, you could feel the world behind it. They picked the big name characters and big factions to build it around, right? The ones that we all knew. But you could feel the world that you were in. You could feel by the way that the mechanics felt, the way the decks played, you could feel how these factions fought against each other, how the world had, the universe had turned to crap. And really feel the grim dark that they were going for. I think that's what makes them better than the Doctor Who decks were.
And they also really did work in making mechanics that fit the different factions.
Yeah.
You had the go big with the Tyranids. You had the squad mechanic popping up for the humans, the Imperium of Man.
Yeah.
You had the chaos and the stuff of the chaos faction.
Yeah, the Cascade.
And then you had the reanimator and comeback mechanics of the Robo guys. I don't remember their names off the top. Necrons. Yeah.
Yep.
And so I do think it would be funny, real quick side note, if basically out of nowhere they're like orcs, and then just released a Warhammer Orcs commander deck all by itself, no other Warhammer stuff, just the Orcs one just pops up.
I'd be down.
That would be good.
I think
and a towel. Do a towel commander deck as well.
A what?
A towel.
Towel?
Oh, I thought you said like towel. Like bath towel.
Yeah, towel commaner deck.
And I was like, what?
This is
Is this the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy deck that I didn't know about?
No, it's the summer event deck. You didn't hear about it?
Yeah,
the summer sales deck.
Swimsuit edition.
No, there's enough factions in Warhammer that they could do a second round of them.
They could easily do a second one.
You could do orcs, you could do...
You could do the Chaos Marines.
Chaos Marines.
Karns?
Well, no, that was kind of the Grixis one from last time.
You could do a bunch of other factions of their Marines, since they have so many different chapters that are so different.
There's like the Eternal Soul ones that are Egyptian kind of themed, and they're like the same 1,000 souls of people recycling every single time.
You could also do some of the other Chaos factions. Instead of just kind of piling them all into one sort of chaos deck, you could split them up and actually do like a proper Nurgle deck or a proper Slaanesh deck and stuff like that.
Ooh, true.
Yeah.
True.
But yeah, there's just... When we focus on the world, it makes it for a better Magic set. And a great point that Saffron Olive brings up in the article, again, I'm not going to read it all to you. You're going to have to go check it out because he's great at making content. He's a fantastic guy. One of the points he brings up is that this problem isn't unique to Universes Beyond sets. It's also kind of what happened a couple years ago with a string of sets that everyone was just kind of scratching their heads at. Anybody remember Outlaws at Thunder Junction, Murders at Karlov
Oh,
Manor,
maybe do I.
Aether Drift.
Aether Drift? Yeah, all these hat sets, right? Where the world shifted and the sets shifted from being about the world to being about
We're
the
going to be
characters.
cowboys.
Yeah, a weird cowboy set
Your
where
favorite character with a cowboy
yeah,
hat.
characters you'd seen
We're
before, but
going
now
to
they have a
be in
cowboy
race
hat.
cars.
Yeah, Chandra on like
What
a
if your favorite
Tron
character
light
was
cycle.
a detective?
Hey, can we get a Tron secret lair, please? Wizards of the Coast. I will pay
That'd
you
be
Aether
sick.
Drift
big
was your
money for
best
that.
bet for that, and it's gone. So
Yeah,
I don't care,
we
dude.
probably
They
ain't
kinda
doing it.
had it.
Three
They kinda
secret
had
lairs
it,
for
but-
Tron. I want one original Tron, one Tron Legacy, one Tron Ares. I don't care.
I don't
swear to
want
God,
Tron
if-
Ares. That movie was bad.
Yeah, I swear to God, if Jared Leto's on a Magic card, I'm going to.
We can do him
Crash
with his
out.
helmet on. We can do him with his helmet on.
I will purposely, if I see Jared Leto's face on a Magic card, I will purposely alter the cards myself.
I'm
I
gonna
will
get
put
one of
like
those,
a
Walmart
smiley
happy
face
stickers.
on top of his
Yeah, the
face.
little Walmart smiley face. Just put it on
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Just,
just- I'm just gonna paint over just the face and put a smiley on it.
Listen, once you get past the fact that Jared Leto was involved at all, it was fine. It was
No, it wasn't.
It was fine.
No.
design a Tron motorcycle card right now. Like, I
The-
imagine making a like token that the kind of like the line token that like blocks like a wall token of some kind, and
So-
you can't attack a creature that's next to. I don't know.
It's
something.
a
Some kind
you
of
can
way
do
to
it a
do the
couple
Tron
different ways. You
wall
could
thing.
do the Tron Legacy
The
bicycles,
vehicle.
the motorcycles where you pull the handle apart, right? So you could have an equipment that you can tap to create a vehicle token, or you could have like create one of two different vehicle tokens. You could either make it the flying vehicles or the motorcycles, or you could make it so that you have a series of Tron vehicles, whether it's the oh my gosh, what's the name of the big leg ones? They have a name.
You call yourself a fan.
I know. I'm sorry. They don't ever say the name of them.
Oh,
Anyway,
you're talking about the carrier things?
yeah, the big
Leg car.
yeah, the big
That's
leg
what it's
flying
called, leg car.
machines, and the motorcycles, and then the planes. All of them have the same passive ability with when this vehicle attacks, create an 0-4 wall token with fading 3.
Ooh, there you go. I
Okay.
like that. I like that.
I
That
think
could work.
you make a temporary wall, or maybe like a 2-4 wall,
But they
because it can hurt
but
you
they
if you
all
run into it.
have. Yeah, it does do damage because it is a wall. And if you run into it, it
Yeah.
hurts you. Like you die. So
You only die because it's a wall. If you
I
were
like-
going at maximum velocity and you hit a normal wall versus a hard
Yeah.
light wall, you're still gonna die.
still
like,
not going to
if-
be a good time.
If I punched the light wall, I would not blow. I don't think I would blow up.
No.
I think it's the hitting at high speed that kind of does you in there.
No, I'm sorry. The one scene that I really liked from Tron Ares was when they were escaping on the jet bike, on the jet ski, basically, and the grid
Oh, okay.
lines in the water were like
Yeah.
syncing up with the music, which Nine Inch Nails did a pretty good job. All right, they didn't do a Daft Punk job, but they did a pretty good job of really making that punchy, deep, like dubstep vibe to it. Almost, it was good. I liked the music to it. Was not Daft
Yeah.
Punk's, so. Tron Legacy still has a better music.
Yeah, Tron Ares looked good. Like they made it look pretty good.
Yeah, they
the
did.
story,
The
not
story was weird.
great.
But the callback
yeah.
to the original Tron was fun. When he went into the original
That was
grid,
fun.
that was really cute. I liked that.
Yeah,
Imagine this: the wall token says can only block creatures with haste and are goaded or something like that. We need like something that's not goaded, but
goaded.
goaded. And then like it enters and it goads and gives target creature haste, so it has to attack. Like the only thing of the goad is the has to attack part that I care about. It's like making it so the creature has to attack and has haste. And then the walls can only block creatures that have haste and have to attack or something like that. So
Interesting.
it's like you're forcing them to smash into the wall.
Weird. I think you maybe make them like, maybe like 2/2
Let
or
me turn on my
3/3
stove because I'm
defenders.
cooking right now. I'm
Right?
cooking right now.
2/2 or 3/3 wall tokens with defender, with fading 2
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something. I think that would be really
Something
fun.
like that. Something like that.
Yeah, no, anyway, back to the main topic. just these hat sets have the same problem as Universes Beyond sets, where it's character focused, it's not world focused, and I think we all resonate with the sets more, and we all want to buy more Wizards when it feels like a actual like world. When it's a world that even if we don't know it, we can explore.
Yeah, like I want to learn more about these cards and these characters. Like that's something about like regular Magic sets that I enjoyed. Is like, oh, who's Thalia? Like, where did she come from? Like, what does she do? Why is she here?
Yeah.
Like, why does she have this ability? Like, what makes that important? And then you can like dig into these IPs and like learn more about them. Like the more I learn about Warhammer lore, the more I love the Warhammer decks because they just feel so much like Warhammer translated to Magic the Gathering. And like sets need to have that kind of interest to like bring people in and let them learn about what this is and who these people are and why they're here.
Yeah.
I don't know. We all know who Iron Man is.
Yeah.
Like
right.
Anybody, you ask anyone on the street and you say, hey, you know who Iron Man is? Nobody's going to be like, who? Like they know like some inkling of who Iron Man is.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's hard to have a full set of things that we already really know. And like, there's nowhere to really learn or like get better. Like, I think that's where Secret Layers really shine of like, here's your cool little characters with some unique abilities. Have fun.
Yeah.
So like a full set, you want to be able to learn about what it is. Like there's so many questions I have from like Ixalan and like other planes of like what there's so much we could learn more of. And like that interests me and makes me want to learn more about the set. So like when we came back to Ixalan with shoot, I cannot remember the name of the Ixalan set that just happened. Lost Caverns of Ixalan.
Yes.
Like I was excited to see like what are we going to get more Ixalan? Like what's new? Like what's new on this plane that we never knew about? Like we know the elder dinosaurs, we know there's merfolk, we know there's dinosaurs in general. So like what's new? And so like going to the core, we got to learn more about this world. And so it felt cool seeing these new characters from a plane we already kind of knew about, but we learned more about.
Yeah.
And it's like New York or these characters we already like are well aware of. There's nothing new to learn. There's nothing new and exciting to know. It's like, oh yeah, how do you translate Hulk into a card? Make him big, make him strong, make him Hulk smash. Boom, you're done. Right. Okay, what's next?
Iron Man, care about artifacts.
Yeah.
And
surprise, surprise. Who could have seen that coming? You know, it's just like, give me something new that I'm not expecting, or like give me weird little characters that I don't know. Like, and I think Marvel did that pretty decently as well, of like these little like Mole Man character who I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. And like they did a good job with the Mole Man. Like
Fin Fang Foom.
People. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I like that. I like learning about these smaller characters that I might not be aware of. And it's like I like seeing how they translate to cards. But when there's like all 18 copies of Iron Man, 18 copies of Bruce Banner, and it's just, it feels like there's too much and there's room for others to shine.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was my little rant.
Well said. No, I think we're all feeling it. We're all really feeling it, and we're all...
Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs?
Unfortunately, I think we are. I think we all just kind of want it to... Not necessarily... I don't think we're ready for it to, like,
I want them to chill.
Stop, but I think I want them to go back to the drawing board with the next couple Marvel sets and really make sure that they're doing a good job with not just putting a bunch of characters in it, but actually trying to build a world for us to explore of these things. Because I'm just scrolling through some of these cards for the full set, and I'm not seeing much about the world that I didn't kind of already vaguely know about. I'm not seeing much to explore, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
And I could see that being a thing for somebody who super knows Marvel, but as a Marvel movie fan mostly, and then watch some of the animated stuff, I already know most of the stuff too. And I don't know a lot about Marvel aside from the MCU and those animated movies.
But do you get anything new from this set that you didn't know
Not
before?
really.
Like, just like named characters that I might not have known, like the Postman. Like, oh yeah, I didn't know he had a name, but like I knew that was a Stan Lee character.
Yeah. I mean, I heard... If you watch the old Fantastic Four movies, you heard his name a couple times because he's mentioned by name, but he's a side character, so you probably didn't remember it.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. He's a Magic card.
He is a Magic card now. And he's kind of a fun magic card.
Yeah.
No, that's why I'm excited for stuff like The Hobbit. It definitely feels more like they are going for a, hey, how can we make magic things fit with the world of The Hobbit, with having adventure cards to signify the whole adventure of The Hobbit itself. Like some of the fun cards that they already have spoiled for it, like the Riddles in the Dark being a fun fact or fiction kind of card is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
hope
think
for
it
that
also
one.
doesn't help that we have 4 more sets of Marvel that has to
Yeah,
happen.
man.
Like, is there any world where they cut back and are like, we're actually going to merge the last 4 sets into just 2 sets and have 2 Infinity Stones in 2 sets, like in
Yeah.
each set? Like,
Or
is there a world where that happens?
or just turn them into the
I
way
could
they
see
did
where we
Doctor
have
Who,
3.
where they did precons and collector boosters, and just stick the
Yeah.
stones only in the collector boosters. You know?
Ooh, that would be
That's
a
fair.
whole different level of saltiness from players.
Yeah, but at least the players who aren't
You
whales
thought
can just
scalpers were bad.
sit
before.
back and be like, whatever, man. Especially because they got rid of the sample booster in Commander decks, which
Yeah.
don't like that. But you can just, put the fancy stuff in the collector boosters, and the rest of us can just buy the Commander deck we wanted. Because I think we're getting good vibes from the Commander decks from this Marvel set. I think people are appreciating how
Yeah?
some of them are built. I'm hearing good stuff about the Fantastic Four one, and the Wakanda Forever one are both very popular, it seems.
Yeah. And like I've heard a lot of build potential around the other ones too. Not necessarily super excited with the decks out of the box, but a lot of people are kind of talking about what fun things they can do with
Grading
a lot
and-
of the cards in there and ramping up the thing and tuning it to how they want it to be.
Right. All right. Well, to make a long story short, we wish these Universes Beyond sets were more about the worlds that they covered and not just about the characters. And yeah, Wizards, I trust that they can do better because I know that they've done better, but at this point I worry.
Should be better.
Yeah.
Like, that's the
I
thing.
mean, Avatar was good. Final Fantasy was good.
Avatar was
Like,
fantastic.
I
Give
Lord
me
of
a
the
Legend
Rings
of
and Final
Korra set,
Fantasy were
please.
good. I don't know about a
That'd be
Legend
pretty
of
sick.
Korra
Give me a
set.
Legend of Korra.
I think you
Give
can
me
do a
Legend of
secret
Korra set,
layer
please.
too, but I don't think Legend of Korra is big enough
I
for
need-
its
I
own
need-
set.
I need super sexy Bolin movie star in my life. Please.
That would be
That'd
be great.
Please.
I would play an Amon deck.
Give
Amon
me
would be
Tuck-
fun.
Nuktuk, I think is his name.
Yeah,
Nuktuk.
Nuktuk.
The movie characters. Yeah, Nuktuk.
Nuktuk.
And a Pabu. Give me a Pabu card, please.
And I think
Give me my
Oh
little
man, I want Pabu so bad.
I think Amon would be a good villain card because he wouldn't just necessarily be
Amon
a
would be
classic
fun.
Grixis, right? He's more like
Yeah.
white and black, which is nice to see.
Maybe
villain
like white, black,
automatically.
blue. I could see like I could
Like
see
an Esper.
Esper. And like have some kind of water bending or blood bending mechanic where it's like take control of a player's turn or something like that.
Ooh, that'd be
With
fun.
like an exhaust kind of mechanic.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Or even like maybe he gets like counters and the counters get taken off so he can blood bend people because like he's one that mastered it. I don't know.
That would be cool.
I love theorizing cards. So
It is a
Yeah.
good time.
It's fun stuff.
It's a bird. It's a plane. It's legally distinct red, white, and blue shield guy. Hi, I'm Gil Wayne, owner of Gil Wayne's casting agency, and boy do we have something special for yous and your kiddos. Next birthday party, of course. We've got all kinds of heroes for you in stock, including Lightning Hammer Man, as well as Robot Super Suit, and my personal favorite, Incredible Green Fella. Call 1-800-ROLL-CALL today and use code CAPTAIN to get 15% off. That's 1-800-ROLL-CALL with code CAPTAIN. Call right now, and we'll even upgrade you from a single entertainer to a team-up bundles. You can get 2 of our studs for the price of 1. Now how's that for a deal?
All right, let's go ahead and head on over into the end step here where we can just talk about some other stuff outside of Magic. And Nate and I did a thing the other day.
Pew, 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 pew.
So y'all remember
I was not there.
remember how last year Nate talked like 3 weeks in a row about building up to this Nexus convention, the Brandon
Just
Sanderson
3 weeks.
convention. Yeah, it was probably more like 2
It was
months.
like the whole podcast.
Yeah, the whole
Yeah.
podcast up until
Every
the
week.
event happened, we were talking about it. Well,
Every week leading up and like a month after.
well,
Times.
Nate sent me a link. He got access to the raffle to purchase tickets, and he offered me a ticket. So Nate is going to Nexus this year, and so am I.
Heck yeah.
Hey! Are you going to do
Sweet.
cosplay, Joshua? Joshua, are you going to cosplay as a sheep? You could be
I'm
a
not
sheep.
doing the sheep. No, I've learned the
My
sheep story,
favorite
and now
sheep.
I'm sad. Um,
And now I am sad.
no, I don't know if I'll do a cosplay because my biggest issue with cosplay is that there's lots of characters I would love to do. There are lots of characters
Mhm.
I would love to try to put an outfit together and basically pretend to be them for the day. I think it would be so fun. However, I am 5'4", and not a
Doesn't
lot of
matter.
characters are written
And?
as 5'4", and it
And?
just feels weird to me
And?
to try to like
And?
pretend it. Like, imagine I tried to go as like
And?
Kaladin or something,
And?
who is canonically
And?
like 6 feet tall. No,
And?
listen, you
And?
guys don't get it. It
And?
just is weird to me.
And?
And?
Okay,
Okay, I'm done
we'll
now.
be here for a while. Anyway, I just
Cosplays for
no,
everyone. Your
I-
body type does not matter in any way, shape, or
It-
form. And if you want to cosplay a character, cosplay a character.
I have seen
Snap, 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 snap. Sorry.
at Nexus, I have seen so many people with so many different body types, so many different backgrounds from so many different nationalities dressing up with these characters, and everybody's like, "Hey, that's sick." People are like, "That's cool." Like I have,
I love your XYZ cosplay. Like, that's awesome.
right? Yeah. If you do a thing where you're like, "Hey, I am this thing," people are gonna get it, and they're like, "That's sick." Like I have seen a lot of people
You
that
putting
don't
effort
fit
is
the
what matters.
description anywhere close to the description of the character in there, but how they dress and like how they fit, how they did their fit, you're like, okay, you're this character and you're killing it.
yeah,
That
I
is,
don't know.
I will sing the praises of Nexus until it changes and it's no longer got this vibe, which hopefully it never does. But it is so inviting and so nice. Like everybody is super duper cool there. Yeah, I love the convention. I've only been to a couple other conventions aside from it, but Nexus is so much fun.
Yeah. I am excited to go. I think I'm going to at least get the add-on for my ticket that lets me get the new book that's coming out.
Yeah.
Because I'm excited for it. I don't
You
know
should get
if I'll
the
get.
Grand Abolisher card and see if Brandon Sanderson will sign it.
Actually, that's a really good idea, Zach. Hold
That-
wait, yeah, no, I'm doing that.
If you
that would be
get
pretty
a signing, you get like 3 signatures, or you get like 2 signatures and a personalization. If you get a lightning sign, you get a sign. Something he'll sign something for
Just
you.
one.
Okay,
Yeah,
so what I need to
but-
do is
Sign my-
buy that
Sign my boob.
buy
please.
card and be prepared for it at all times to throw it at him
Well-
and be like, I need you to sign this.
You will know at least a couple weeks beforehand if you get a signing, because you will get they do drawings for it like they do for getting the tickets.
Oh, okay.
And I think
okay.
what ends up happening is about between a third to somewhere between a third and 2/3 of people who come, probably closer to like the half, maybe a little bit under, end up getting some kind of signing.
Okay.
And the reason why he can do that is because he does a lot of lightning signings where the staff will get you in a room. You guys will stand in a line of like 200 people,
And you just hold out your
300
thing.
people sometimes. You hold out the thing in front of you, and Brandon Sanderson will come
Zoom,
by. He'll
zoom,
sign
zoom.
it. You've got like 3 seconds to talk to him. Boom, he's on to the next person.
You just say, Brandon Sanderson, I love your work. Thank you. And then he's like, okay, bye.
Be on
He's
my
like, "Yep."
podcast, please. Oh,
Bye.
True that.
That's the other thing I wanted to check with you about. Maybe we'll cut this in case it doesn't pan out. But I got to go to my email and check this. There was a tab on the page that I looked at. Apply as a panelist, exhibitor application, media application.
Yeah.
Seeking
So-
media contacts and
Ooh.
content creators who are interested in attending. I know
That
we're a
is
small
Worst they say
channel,
is no.
but
Well, I have
The worst
seen
they
some
say is no.
people who are very small, like book talk people that have got things for media passes. So, I don't know if we would get it, but it could be a thing. I
The
don't know.
answer's
If they
always no till we ask. So
That's true.
Might as well apply.
The
There's no harm in applying.
I don't know if the applications are still open. You could take a look.
It does.
I do know they were.
Let's see, media application.
We have microphones and everything.
We do.
It's not blocking me from clicking it, so I may
Okay.
as well just run through it and do it later.
If you can run through and do it, maybe we can be like, hey Zach, you don't know nothing about this, but you're coming.
Yeah, maybe we'll just drag.
I'll be there
because as part of it is you do get a free pass.
Yeah.
You get a media pass.
Yeah.
So yeah, we could take you along.
I would absolutely go.
I do
nothing
think there
about it.
is a certain amount of stuff that they're like, hey, you gotta like put out a certain amount of stuff about the experience here if you get a media pass.
Yeah.
Which I mean, we would obviously.
Which
Yeah,
is
we'll absolutely do.
Fine.
It talks
already gonna
about
happen.
you can qualify if you have at least one social media channel active posting new material. We do. Be willing to work with Dragonsteel and other content creators. Sure. Backlog of content must be in alignment with convention code of conduct, which I'm sure we meet.
I'm pretty sure we meet
Mana
that.
bondage will not be there.
No, it will not. Avoid offensive language and divisive political topics. I don't think they mean swearing. I think they mean slurs, and we don't use slurs here.
Yeah,
so that's fine.
We do not use slurs,
Except for
and
Clanker. I'll throw down Clanker any day.
Fuck AI.
And then promote inclusive community
unless
values.
you're MBot's cool. Sanderson fans will know what I'm talking about.
And commit to communication collaboration. Sure. Yeah, I think we fit the bill, so I will go ahead and fill it out as best I can.
Sick.
And then
because I have had a little bit of interaction with a lot of the Cosmere people. That was one of the things I did last year with the cool little vials that I made. I specifically was keeping an eye out for the Cosmere TikTokers that I like that were there, and giving them to them.
Specifically, like interact with them, and be like, "Hey, here, take this."
Yeah, it's like I'll go up to them. I love your content. Here, have a bracelet, the One More Try bracelet, and this cool little metal vial that you can put on your shelf. And if you really feel like it, you can eat them because they're edible.
Yeah.
People were like, "Oh, that's fun." And I'm like, they're probably not going to eat them. They're probably going to put them on their shelf or toss them, which is fine either way. But I did see a number of people that actually did eat them.
Did actually eat them?
Yeah.
Nice.
My sister chatted a lot with one of Brandon Sanderson's friends and employees who helps with their podcast, Intentionally Blank. His name's Ben. And at the end of every single episode, they go, "How's that, Ben?" And I met that Ben, and I talked to that Ben for a little bit, and we gave them one as like a trinket trade thing, and they just shared them with their kids when they got home.
They're like, "Here, take this."
The other thing is,
Have some shiny metal sprinkles.
I gotta figure out like if I want to trinket trade and stuff like that.
It is so easy to trinket trade,
I know,
and
I
you
just
can do
need a
some pretty
trinket.
simple things. A lot of people do Cosmere related 3D print stuff. If you wanted to do one that is very, very cool, there is a couple years ago when I first did the bracelets and I didn't really know trinket trading was a thing. I got a little leaf from somebody cosplaying Syl, and that one is super cool, and it's a pretty relatively easy 3D print. You basically just have it print the words, and then you change the filament to be the color of the leaf and keep going. Or if you have a multicolor 3D printer, you could just print it at the same time.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people do Bridge 4 symbols for the trinket trade. People have made 3D printed or resin spheres. Basically anything Cosmere related you can have fun things with, and people are super, super excited to trade things.
You know, it could be really fun. I just thought about this. I went to this thing up in Utah where they have a little blacksmithing area, and one of the things you can buy from the people who are like genuinely doing blacksmithing work in the back of the shop is these little nails that they've curved to turn into itty bitty swords that can be held by Lego characters.
That's
I'm
pretty
like,
great.
What
cool.
if I did that but made them into itty bitty shard blades?
That could be
There you
pretty
go.
cool.
That would be kind of fun.
That could be kind of fun. I was thinking about this year. I could do the same kind of thing I did last year, but I also have found that just at Walmart itself, you can buy sprinkles that look an awful lot like metal shavings. So I could have a variety of different metal vials this year where I could hand out to people.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Nice.
But I am thinking about cosplaying the sheep again because that was a lot of fun.
Sheep.
Yeah.
Josh, you could be a sheep too. Two sheeps.
Wait. What if I go as one of the soldiers, Nate, and I just carry a club?
Oh, man. That would be kind of funny.
That would be good.
It's an epic, the musical as well.
That's basically what happens.
Yeah, basically.
R.I.P. the sheep.
Poor
in
sheep.
both stories.
Yep.
Are we still in end step, or are we cutting all this out?
Yeah. We can keep this in probably. You got something for us?
I was just gonna say, like, did you guys know that you can buy? We don't have to keep this in either, but like, you can buy things from Ukraine where they actually recycle like tanks and
Oh, that's fun.
jeeps and stuff from the war of like Russians that they've defeated, and like make little keychains out of actual like war metal, and that you can purchase them,
That's
and all of
crazy.
the efforts and price goes to the war effort for Ukraine. So that's pretty sick. And I
That's
was like,
kinda
oh, that's
fun.
cool. It's like you actually have like a piece of a tank that was in the war that the Ukrainians defeated, and it's a little keychain, and you're like, it's like tells you like the model of the tank and the date that they defeated it or like destroyed it.
That's super
And you're helping
cool.
the Ukrainian cause. So it's a
That is
win-win.
super cool.
Win.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah, I think that will do it for our episode today. We want to thank you all for listening and for hanging out with us today. If you have questions for us, social situations you want some advice on, go ahead and send them over to us at manabonded@gmail.com. We will be happy to answer any and all questions that you may want our advice on.
Oh, sorry guys. I'm over here looking for some music.
Oh,
Do you guys know where I could get some?
I do. You could get some music from the person who makes the great music for our podcast. His name is Steve Brown. You can find his music at stevebrown.com.
Perfect.
Steve
All my
Brown
answers,
songs.
I'm cured.
Oh, stevebrownSongs.com. My bad.
EatBrownStrongs.com.
If you like the art that is done for our podcast, that is done by the wonderful Shadow Eclopex. You can get art done by him through the link in our show notes.
Absolutely. We have a link tree in the show notes that will take you to all of our various social media channels, whether that be YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, BlueSky, TikTok. Yeah, any of those. We've got them. All right, well, that'll do it for us today. So go ahead as you're finishing up, leave us a review on the app you're listening to, and leave a couple of reviews on the apps you don't use. Like, comment, subscribe if you're on YouTube, and give us a follow on every social media platform. We want to thank you so much for listening, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Adios.
All right, this user
The
asks...
dog is like whining outside right now.
Oh, poor thing. Why?
Poor baby, because he wants to come into the room.
Oh, I know. Every now and again, I'll look over
That's
at my
too
door.
dang bad.
I'll look over at my door, and I'll see my cat's paw underneath it, like, reaching.